Hello everyone. In this video, I'll discuss about the web caching. Caching is the process of storing copies of files in a cache memory or the temporary storage location so that they can be accessed more quickly. Technically, a cache is a temporary storage location for copies of files or data. A web cache, also called as the proxy server, it is the network entity that satisfies the HTTP request from clients on the behalf of the origin web server. And web caching is the activity of storing the data for reuse. Web caching prevents the origin web servers from crashing for storing the media files on a device. The web cache or the proxy server has its own disk storage and stores the copies of data recently requested objects in the storage as shown in this figure. A user's browsers can be configured so that all of the user's HTTP requests are first directed to the web cache or the proxy server. Once a web browser is configured, each browser request from an object is first directed to the web cache or the proxy server. Let us consider an example to understand web caching. Suppose a browser is requesting the object called, we will say the URL, that is www.someschool.edu/campus.jpg. So this is the URL, and you can see here the HTTP is the hypertext transfer protocol. This is the application layer protocol, and www.someschool.edu is the host name, and campus.jpg is the path name, object path name. So here is what happens. First, the browser establishes a TCP connection to the web cache and sends an HTTP request for the object to the web cache. The web cache checks to see if it has a copy of the object stored locally. If it does, the web cache returns the object within an HTTP response message to the client browser. If the proxy server or web cache does not have the object, the web cache opens a TCP connection to the origin web server, that is to www.someschool.edu. Then the proxy server or the web cache then sends an HTTP request for the object into the cache to the server TCP connection. After receiving this request, the origin server sends the object within an HTTP response to the proxy server or web cache. When the proxy server receives the object, it stores a copy in its local storage and sends a copy within a HTTP response message to the client browser. Note that a proxy server or the web cache is both a server and a client at the same time. When it receives a request from and sends a response to a browser, it is a server. When it sends a request to and receives a response from a origin server, it is called as a client. Caching can reduce users' response times, but it introduces a new problem, that is, the copy of an object residing in the cache may be outdated. In other words, the object resides in the web server may have been modified. Fortunately, HTTP has a mechanism that allows a cache to verify that its objects are up to date. This mechanism is called the conditional get. An HTTP message is so called conditional get message if the request message uses the get method and the request message includes an if modified since header line. Okay, once again, the request message uses the get method and the request message includes the if modified since header line. To know how the conditional get operates, Let us consider an example. First, on the behalf of the requesting browser, a proxy cache sends a request message to the web server as get slash fruit slash kiwi.gif http slash 1.1 and host is www.google.com. So this kind of a message we have seen in the previous videos in HTTP message formats. So once again I will repeat, get is a method and fruit slash kiwi.gif is the object path name and the application layer protocol is HTTP and the version is 1.1 and the host name is google.com. Then the Google web server sends a response message with the requested object to the proxy server or web cache as http slash 1.1 200 OK, then the date, then the server is Apache and the version is 1.3.0 and the operating system is used is Unix and the last modified date and content type is image slash GIF. So it is a image file with the extension of GIF. The cache forwards the object to the requesting browser but also stores the object locally. Importantly, the cache also stores the last modified date along with the object. Then, 1 week later, another web browser requests the same object via the cache or the proxy server and the object is still in the cache. Since this object may have been modified at the Google web server in the past week, the cache performs an up-to-date check by issuing a conditional get message. Specifically, the cache sends this message as get fruit slash kiwi.gif http slash 1.1, then the host name is www.google.com and the header is if modified since it will mention the date. So this conditional get is telling the server to send the object only if the object has been modified since the specified date. Suppose the object has not been modified since 7 September 2011, then 9:23:24, that is 9 o'clock 23 minutes 24 seconds. Then the web server sends a response message as to the proxy server as http slash 1.1 304 not modified, then the date, then the server is Apache, then the empty entity body. Note that this last response message as 304, that is not modified, in the status line which tells the proxy server that it can go ahead and forward its cached copy of the object to the requesting browser. So this is how the conditional get message works. Thank you for watching this video.